Hey, what's up guys? Today, I'll show you an action horror film, REDCON-1. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. The movie begins as the radio broadcasts breaking news. The news says there is a riot in a certain prison involving 600 inmates. Moreover, the news warns about a person who's believed to be armed and very dangerous. In the next scene, a bloody and injured woman is seen fighting for her life as the health workers treat her inside a moving ambulance. However, as they are about to reach the hospital, the heart monitor beeps, implying that the woman is already dead. Suddenly, when the staff from the hospital opens the ambulance, he sees a woman zombie growling inside. This reveals that there has been a viral outbreak from the prison that causes infected people to turn into zombies. Because of this, the world is in a state of war against zombies, and the extinction of the human race could happen. In the next scene, a general from the army talks about the prison incident. He says that the quarantine zones are places of great danger. However, they assume that the quarantine zones would not be able to hold any longer and would be completely eradicated after 72 hours. The general also explains that the virus causes people to have extreme violent aggression. Moreover, he says that the virus is bloodborne and can completely take over a person's body within 30 to 6 hours. The general says that the scientist named Dr. Rains is their only hope to save humankind and develop a cure. However, Dr. Rains may have been placed in 4 different quarantine zones. The general dares the special forces to find and extract Dr. Rains within 72 hours before the quarantine zones completely be bombed. In the next scene, the special forces start their mission. They go to the first quarantine zone and carefully survey the city. As they go through the streets, they see dead people lying on the ground. Suddenly, the special forces hear a loud growling of the zombies in the area. The zombies are now coming from every direction. Bracing themselves, the special forces lift their guns and shoot at the zombies before they get near them. The soldiers are forced to engage in melee combat as the zombies get nearer. Fortunately, the soldiers successfully defend themselves at close range with their martial skills. Still, with the overwhelming numbers of zombies, the special forces are left with no choice but to fall back. The captain orders the group to fall back and settle at the nearby building for them to gather strength. The next scene flashes the military base. In their laboratory tests, the general says that the zombies develop a sense of awareness. They theorize that as time goes by, the zombies are getting stronger and smarter, which is why it's getting more difficult to defeat them. Barely escaping the last ambush, the special forces find a vehicle to carry them to the next destination. While moving, they find no more signs of human life in the city until they see a gang person pointing guns at them. As a reaction, one of the soldiers shoots the gang member. The captain leads the special forces toward the quarantine zone to reach their destination. The zombies immediately attack them as they enter the building. The soldiers open fires and shoot at them. Each of the special forces takes their weapons and fists to slash, punch, fire, and stab the zombies as they make their way to the upper floor. After the shooting spree, a soldier suddenly triggers a bomb. Because of this, the remaining zombies take hold of a bald soldier. The bald soldier fights back and manages to kill zombies even though he's injured. The bald soldier tells the group to leave him alone because he is already infected and will die soon. Still, they take the bald soldier with them, hoping to cure him if they successfully find Dr. Rains. A selfish soldier says they are wasting their time and should leave the bald soldier before he brings them any harm. Soldier Selfish points his gun at the bald soldier, while the rest of the special forces point their guns at Soldier Selfish. The captain orders the group to stand down. Knowing about his fate, the bald-in-head but brave-in-mind soldier shoots himself to prevent bringing trouble to the team. It is now only 48 hours before the quarantine zones annihilate, and the soldiers could still not find Dr. Rains. In the next scene, it reveals that criminals and gangs now control different areas of the quarantine zones, while the infected people continue to grow in number. They see the dead body of their fallen comrade. One of the gangmates says that a soldier caused it to happen. Angry, the gang leader wants to avenge his friend. After a long and tiring day, the special forces rest in the night to find even a little peace. In the morning, they give their respect to their comrade who died yesterday. After the sad farewell, the soldiers have no choice but to continue the mission. They desperately hope to find Dr. Rains when going to the next destination. While walking, the soldiers smell a very bad odor. They later realize it's coming from the sea of dead bodies right before them. Suddenly, the Asian soldier spots a military vehicle coming toward them. They realize that the truck is full of zombie soldiers. The captain commands the team to stay down because they cannot risk wasting any more bullets. The team pretends to be dead as they lie on the ground. However, the zombie soldiers recognize one of the special forces and take the young soldier with them. This reveals that the zombies are now getting smarter as they learn to make decisions, stick together, and organize themselves. The next scene shows the zombie soldiers kidnapping humans that are not infected, and they are sticking together in one massive zombie military base. After being taken to the container with the other kidnapped humans, the young soldier sees Dr. Rains with him. He immediately calls the captain to tell him about the good news. The captain says the special forces will go to the area as soon as possible. Though outnumbered, the captain says they should infiltrate the zombie military base. The special forces successfully sneak into the container. As the captain goes inside, he commands the others to be the lookout outside. The captain talks to Dr. Rains and tells him their mission is to evacuate him. However, Dr. Rains refuses and takes his gun. Leaving with no choice, the soldiers force the doctor to come with them to escape. Suddenly, the remaining survivors ask about their safety, and the Asian soldier says that they could not afford to leave the survivors. Soldier Selfish does not like bringing the survivors with them. After rescuing the survivors, the special forces are confronted by the zombie soldiers as they start shooting. They are exchanging fire powers with the zombie soldiers. The special forces plan to hold the zombie soldiers while making a path for the survivors and ensuring that Dr. Rains is safe from the firefight. The Asian soldier tries to protect the doctor, but he is bitten by a zombie and gets infected. Bravely, the Asian soldier takes his swords as he fights with passion, knowing that he will die soon enough. Meanwhile, the two sister survivors join the special forces in fighting the zombies. In the jungle, Soldier Selfish falls into an argument with the white-haired soldier, Rodrigo. He asks Soldier Selfish where their comrades are. However, Soldier Selfish lies, saying that they did not make it out. He says they need to betray their comrades and focus on the mission if they want to survive. Rodrigo says they should go back to rescue their comrades, but Soldier Selfish gets angry and grabs Rodrigo on his hairy chest. Meanwhile, the captain and others remain on the battlefield. The Asian soldier says they should leave him alone because the virus has already infected him. With a sad heart, the captain and the other survivors leave the Asian soldier with honor. On the other side, Soldier Selfish leads the faction of the special forces. Suddenly, the gang people spot the soldiers and go to tell their boss. While escaping, they are greeted by two humans seeking help. However, instead of helping them, Soldier Selfish kills both of them. Angry, one of the kind soldiers fights the selfish man in melee combat. However, he is eventually overpowered. While fighting, the kind soldier is shot by the gang members. The special forces take their guns to fight them. Not long after, one of the gang members finds the kind soldier's skull, making him die of a headshot. Fortunately, the selfish man takes hold of his machine gun and manages to kill some of the gang members. They then go to the laboratory for a rest. Seeing the test subjects, Soldier Selfish realizes that the perpetrator of the viral outbreak is Dr. Rains himself, as he is the one who has been experimenting with the prisoners back then. Angry, Soldier Selfish kicks Dr. Rains, making him fall to the ground. Still not finished, the others get angry and start beating the doctor badly. The young soldier reiterates that they need the doctor alive, and there is no need to kill him. However, Rodrigo hits him in the face so badly. Suddenly, the captain comes into the scene with two others, and the commotion has stopped. Angry with the betrayal earlier, the captain confronts Soldier Selfish, who says that the general put him on the team for a reason. It is because he believes that the captain is a weak leader. The captain punches him in the face, making him fall. As they engage in melee combat, the captain overpowers Soldier Selfish, making him helpless. Fortunately, Rodrigo comes and stops the bloody fight. After calming down, the captain dares the team to lock Soldier Selfish up. In the next scene, the captain interrogates Dr. Rains to get information. It reveals that the military ordered Dr. Rains to develop a medicine that would make the soldiers physically stronger to get an advantage in combat. However, it backfires as it has become a zombie outbreak, and the captain's wife is also one of the victims. The lady soldier confides to her boyfriend, Rodrigo, that the virus has infected her during the battle. Knowing the information, Rodrigo takes the gun to attempt to kill the lady soldier before she becomes a zombie, but he cannot do so. Instead, he comes for a hug and starts tongue massaging the lady soldier, even though he knows that he will become infected too. Meanwhile, even though angry in interrogation, the captain encourages Dr. Rains to save humanity. After a while, Rodrigo and the lady soldier try to escape with Dr. Rains in hopes of curing them. Confronted by the captain, the doctor says he could not cure the couple anymore because they were already too far out. Suddenly, the gang members come to the scene and start shooting. The special forces successfully escape as they go to the car to drive away. In the middle of the road, the team drops Rodrigo and the lady soldier because they are infected. The child survivor and the team bid them a sad farewell. Meanwhile, the infected couple spends their last moments in a theme park. Fortunately, the chopper from the military comes to rescue the remaining special forces. Dr. Rains gives the captain a journal, saying it contains all the answers. The general comes down the chopper and greets the special forces. However, the general's soldiers, including Soldier Selfish, start pointing their guns at the captain, ensuring he is unarmed. This reveals that Soldier Selfish works for the general. Suddenly, the general takes his gun out and shoots the doctor in his head, making him die. Angry, the captain asks the general the reason why he killed the doctor. The general replies that it is the doctor's fault why his son is now dead, and he did it for vengeance. The captain asks about the cure, but the general says that there was never a cure, and he just lied to get vengeance. It's also revealed that the general has blackmailed the young soldier into gaining intelligence. The young soldier says he has to switch sides because the general has his parents captive. He says sorry to the captain. Satisfied with his vengeance, the general aims to abandon the special forces, including the child survivor. Angry with the general's betrayal, Soldier Selfish shoots one of the general's people. The general shoots Soldier Selfish in his selfish chest. Coming to help, the captain goes to Soldier Selfish. But interestingly, this time, Soldier Selfish is not selfish anymore. As the enemy points their gun at the captain, Soldier Selfish uses his bulletproof muscles as a shield to save the captain. As the chopper leaves, the zombies start chasing the special forces. Soldier Selfish remains behind to fight the horde of zombies. But despite his cool determination, he is outnumbered and eventually devoured. Despite being selfish earlier, he helps save the remaining team. It is now only 18 hours before the quarantine zones are annihilated. Because of the young soldier's betrayal, the captain abandons him. Suddenly, the captain realizes that the child survivor has a big scar on her arm, potentially infecting her with the virus. He attempts to kill the child, but he cannot do it. Suddenly, the gang members capture the captain and the child. The gang plans to kill either the captain or the child. However, after one of the gang members notices the child's necklace, it's revealed that the child is the daughter of their gang leader, who died in the prison escape. The captain decides to get out of the quarantine zone along with the child and form a partnership with the gang members close to the border. While waiting for help, the captain reads the doctor's journal. After examining the bite marks on the child, the captain asks the child if she was bitten by the zombies before, and the child replies yes. This makes him think that the child is immune from the virus. Curious, the captain looks again at the journal to find some answers. It is revealed that just like her father, the child is immune from the virus, and she is one of the keys to developing a cure. Suddenly, the general contacts the captain. He explains to the general everything about the child. Ending the conversation, the captain goes to the border, even with the danger of the military hunting them. After a while, they encounter the remaining survivors and the young soldier from earlier. On the other side, the general injects medicine into him to make him physically stronger. The survivors agree to assist the captain in crossing the border after he explains the military's plan to bomb the quarantine zone soon. They are joined by the gang, which opts to help them as they battle a sea of zombies at the border. The battle ends in a bloody fight, and infected the captain as a zombie from behind bites his neck. Unable to fight, the captain decides to take the child survivor to safety. Not long after, they find a safe place inside an empty building. The child tries to console the captain as best as she can, but it's too late. To ensure the hopes of mankind and the cure, the captain entrusts the journal to the child for her to protect. After a while, the captain loses consciousness and starts turning into a zombie. Zombie captain rises and lifts the child, threatening to hurt her. Fortunately, he stops hurting the child as he remembers some memories. The team now attempts to cross the border. While crossing it, the general appears and orders his troops to kill everyone. However, a fight between the general and the zombie captain emerges, and after a fast and furious battle between the two strong men, the captain eventually overpowers the general. In the aftermath, the young soldier executes the captain based on mercy, and the child survivor is finally freed from the quarantine zone. The movie ends with the captain finally reuniting with his dead wife. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.